Jake's Bakes!
Hey guys, welcome to Jake's Bakes. Today we are going to make something that sounds a little bit harder, but it's really not. We're going to break it down simply. We are going to make cream puffs today and make a pâte à choux pastry. And so what you're going to want to do to start is preheat your oven to 425 degrees, and you're going to want to line your baking sheet with a soap hat liner or parchment paper. We're not going to grease it. And next, we're going to get started on the pastry part. So you're going to add 1/2 cup milk and 1/2 cup of water to a large saucepan. And this can be together or anything. We also have 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And 8 tablespoons, which is just a full stick of unsalted butter. Not salted, but unsalted. And so you can just throw it all in there, and you are going to want to bring this to a boil over medium heat, and you can stir it a little bit to combine it. Okay, so this mixture is at a boil, so we are quickly going to remove it from the heat and stir in 1 cup of all-purpose flour, very carefully. And we're going to dump it in all at once, and do not just put it in at clumps, and just stir it quickly and try and look at this. It's very quickly turning into a dough, so just keep stirring it until it's this little dough. So now we are going to put this back on medium heat, and we are going to stir it constantly for 1 to 2 minutes. And this is to release any excess moisture and to cook the flour a little bit. So you're just gonna keep stirring this over medium heat for 1 to 2 minutes. And a thin film may form on the bottom, but that's okay. Okay, so now we have transferred our little dough to a large bowl. It's still a bit hot, but we're just gonna beat this with our mixer for about a minute to let it cool down a little bit. Okay, so this mixture is at a boil, so we are quickly going to remove it from the heat and stir in 1 cup of all-purpose flour, very carefully. And we're going to dump it in all at once, and do not just put it in at clumps, and just stir it quickly and try and look at this. It's very quickly turning into a dough, so just keep stirring it until it's this little dough. Okay, so now we've got a pretty smooth mixture, and now we are going to beat it for an extra minute or until it's smooth and it comes out kind of ribbony. Okay, so now we are going to mix in our eggs one at a time. Let's get our yolks and our whites. And you're gonna beat it. Okay, so our dough is thicker now, or it's just smoother. And you can see it forms thicker ribbons. And we are going to transfer it into a piping bag fitted with our round tip. It's about 1/2 inch. Not really. So as you know, this may be one of the more challenging parts. I've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. We have a little thing of water because we want to avoid making peaks with these. So you can just wet your finger and push it down if you'd like. So we have it in our piping bag, and we're going to pipe these out. I'm gonna go a bit thick, and then pull up. That's a bit big, and so we're gonna wet our finger and push down the peak a little bit. Okay, so these look a little sloppy. We kind of ran out of a little bit of room, but for the most part, they should look a little bit like these. We are going to bake these at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes, and then we are going to reduce the heat to 325 and bake them for an additional 20 to 22 minutes just so that they get a little bit golden brown. Okay, so our cream puffs have turned out absolutely beautiful after they came out. The good thing is they're a bit fragile because they are completely hollow on the inside, which is really good for filling anything with. And this was an amazing bake, and we are going to fill them once we finish our filling.
Da-na-na-na-na.